All right, guys, I'm here at the Virtual Foundry with my friend Brad. Now, Brad, the guys over at Matter Hackers say that your booth is the most important booth of this entire convention. So I guess I want to know why. So if you could, tell me a few minutes about what you guys do and why you guys are so important.
Okay. In a nutshell, what we've done is develop a method of being able to 3D print metal with any printer that will print PLA. So you print it on Bamboo Labs, whatever. The parts on our bench are all done on an Ender 3 or Ender 5. And after printing, you put them in a kiln and sinter them. So that removes the binder, so there's no plastic left. Mm-hmm. And then you raise the temperature until the particles weld. Okay. So you wind up with a pure metal part. And that's what's unique about the Virtual Foundry's material. Okay. And we do this, we stock 16 materials on our website currently, and we do custom runs for people. And we'll be adding more. We'll keep adding new materials to our website.
Okay. Can you tell me about some of those materials that you do have?
Sure. The copper and bronze are the best place to start for a new user. They're easy to work with, and they sinter at relatively low temperatures. So bronze sinters at 1575 Fahrenheit, which is very attainable for a typical kiln.
Yeah.
And also importantly, there's nothing special about the printer, and there's nothing special about the kiln. These are just stock items that you can source anywhere. That isn't our business model. We don't worry about the equipment. We're a materials company, so we just make filament.
Okay. So essentially, if this has a ton of commercial aspects, obviously, would this, because I do all home, residential, small business stuff for 3D printing, I know a little bit about electroplating in theory. I could get my hands on doing something like this too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, I started this project with electroplating and electroforming. Okay. I was searching for ways to make a virtual foundry. Yeah. A method of making metal parts without having to deal with molten metal. And okay. I settled on powder metallurgy, and then that just happened to coincide with 3D printing. So I started this in my basement in 2014.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we're coming up on our 10th year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I know. The copper and bronze, so there's all kinds of people use this. It's the whole spectrum, everybody you can think of. People from making gadgets to sell on Etsy, all the way up to our copper and bronze are going to go to the International Space Station.
Oh, wow.
So the Air Force financed a research project, and assuming it's vetted and makes it, we'll actually go into space with one of our materials.
That's amazing. And I assume that with using copper, it's fully conductive. You could use it for a ton of electrical aspects too, possibly, depending on the what kind of current it can handle.
Yeah, it is copper.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around it, but when you're done, it is a copper part or it is a bronze part, and it has all the properties of the metal that you're working with. Okay,
so there's no degrading in what kind of electricity we could use.
Yeah, actually, this is well researched. If you go to scholar.google.com, people have written papers about the Virtual Foundry's products and done a deep dive analysis of the electrical and thermal properties of the materials.
That's awesome. Yeah. I can't wait to see more. I'm definitely going to do some more research on you. Just for the guys at home, where can we find you at?
thevirtualfoundry.com.
Okay, cool. I appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. So they do have a community that you can reach out to. You can pause to scan the QR code if you want. But they're a really great thing to watch. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do in the future.